Welcome back to Tabletop Vibes. Today we are looking at Cyber Crash.
Yeah.
And as always, thank you to our sponsor, Noble Knight Games, for sponsoring this video. Adam, how was the game?
It's great. So essentially, you are in Cyber Crash, a hacker trying to hack into the system to hit the target number before the rest of your fellow hackers.
Yes.
Anonymously, not anonymous.
Right. And you have to avoid crashing.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, you don't want to crash
you
the
don't
system.
want to crash the system, or your job as a hacker, well, you're not very good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Should take some
You gotta be
lessons. Yeah, exactly. It's a ton of fun. And so it's a card game, 2 to 6 players, plays about 15 to 60 minutes, depending on player size. And it's a lot of fun. There is a lot of take that, which I don't know. I love take that sometimes. I guess I love take that when I'm doing
when you're winning.
When I'm doing the take, not doing the taking, I guess I would have to say.
Exactly. So there is a lot of utility in this game.
Yes.
The core game is made up of numerical numbers between 0 and 10 and orders of operations. So plus, minus, multiply, and divide.
Yep.
And the idea is that you're putting these cards down. You can put as many cards down as you want per turn, but you only draw 1 card per turn.
You start with 7.
Yep.
8 with debug card.
Yeah, with debug card. And you are starting your your accumulator, which is kind of the thing you need to get up to the target number. Target number is a random number rolled at the beginning of the game.
Which is cool for replayability.
Yes, yeah, I don't like that. That's
do.
Good. That's good. And you put down these cards and accumulate that number and try to reach that target number. And again, like I said, there is a lot of utility cards in this game. There's a lot of manipulation what somebody else is doing, not to their benefit.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I started off. I've got there's a lot of cool manipulability that we can do in the game. Can't say that word. And so I had a card where I got to roll the D10, which Jason instructed me, and I had a 9, and then I got to multiply that 9 times the number, move it up.
Which happened to be 9.
Right.
Or no, sorry, was more than that.
He got 17. 17.
Yeah. So
then I blew out the number, and our target number was 81.
Yes.
And then it resets because it cannot be over.
Right, goes to 99, and then we play from there. But I had a combo in my hand, and I forgot to play it. So you can change the orders of operation that somebody's using to other order of operations with cards, and you have other cards that can replace numbers. And I really wanted to divide Adam's number by 0.
Of course you did.
Because that would be an error, and he'd lose the game.
Right, because you can't divide by 0. And then the other cool part is, right, so one of the times I didn't have a minus, so now I worked on a bunch of other things on it, got it down to 89 out of the 81 I needed. And then I switched my times card to a minus card, and then Jason switched my minus card back to a times card, and so there's all this manipulation, hacking of each other's cards, essentially to mess around with that number to not hit it.
And it's not just the numbers themselves. I mean, you have other utility cards that will draw extra cards from the deck. That you'll be able to look at various cards. That you'll be able to steal cards from your opponent.
Stack your deck to how you want it to be for drawing purposes.
Exactly. So you also have debug cards that Adam said, which basically prevents a crash. But you
That's
only get
bad.
one. You only get crashes are bad. You only get one of these per game. So it's just kind of like a extra life.
There is a lucky break card, which I got, which can discard that card you just drew and put it back at the bottom of the deck. But there, in a 2-player game, there was 4 crash cards, and I drew them all.
And to finally lose the game, Adam overclocked, and
God!
You lit the computer on fire.
I used the card called, I think it was Overlock.
It was overclock.
Overclock. Oh yeah, and so I could, instead of taking 1 card, I could take 3 cards.
You didn't think of that.
I didn't. I was just greedy. I just wanted all the cards, and I got excited and pulled 3 cards. Well, one of them was a crash card. I had already just staved off 2 crashes, 1 with my debug, 2 with my lucky break card, and I go for crashed, and I'm not a very good hacker. So Jason is the hacker.
Who would have thought?
I know. We can see it in the shifty eyes.
Yes, it's all about the shifty eyes.
So yeah, I mean, it's a really just like a fun game, a good game for if you're waiting on people to come to your game night because people are slow, or in between your different games and you want just this fun, fast, take that, probably get some good hacker fights. And try not to crash your system. Yeah, it's great. It's coming up to Kickstarter soon, so keep a lookout. As always, like, subscribe, and click the little bell to be notified on all of our upcoming release videos. And as always, thanks for watching. We're Tabletop Vibes.